Hi, and welcome back. And first of all, I got to 1,000 subscribers. So, so thanks for all the subscribers. I got a very fitting picture sent to me on Messenger. I'm going to show you it right here, just to give it some space. So I saw that and I had to check my YouTube account, and yeah, it was above 1,000, so that is cool. Now I'm on my way to earning my first YouTube dollar. So next tournament, all alpha. Anyway, let's get on with the show. So today I will just start about talking a bit about my opponents, because in this round I met a guy who didn't want to play on camera, but he was a subscriber and a fan of my channel, so he said, okay, we can do it, but I want to be anonymous. And there might be different reasons for not wanting to play on camera. It is a bit stressful, and the cards is worth a lot of money, so you don't want to show that to the world. And that's why I only use one name in these videos. I try to only use the first name and not the last name, just to try to make people a bit anonymous. And yeah, another reason might be to hide your tech or something. So yeah, all valid reasons. But let's take a look at my deck at least. And here is my Counterburn deck. I called this earlier Counterburn 2.0 because I've cut back a bit on the Arabian cards, gone down to 2 Flying Men and 2 City of Brass, and instead I'm putting in some Ironclaw Orcs. I'm also cutting down on counter spells and putting in something else, Shadow perhaps, 2 main deck Blood Moons, and all the restricted cards. So that is my list. I don't have a deck picture for my opponent, so let's go to the match. Game number 1. Me to the left and my opponent, Mr. Unknown, to the right. He is on the play. Starts out with an island. And I have a volcanic island. And there's a factory. So what is he playing? He has an island and a factory. Could be anything. And I have an Ironclaw Orc. And there is a top deck library of Alexandria. That's a huge problem. So now I really have to try to kill him as quick as possible. And is he going to activate his factory? No. That's good for me. And there's a miscut strip mine. That's nice. Okay, and he played that blue mox a little too fast, because then I think we are talking. At least he took it back and he just passed the turn. Okay, so you need to be in a library range, so then you have to hold back a bit. And after all, the old school is casual magic, so if your opponent has played a mox and right away just ask, can I take it back? I think that's fine under casual conditions. And I have a counter spell for the Psionic Blast, so the attack is on. He's down to 12 life. So that was lucky for me, because he could have used the strip mine to take care of my factory, but he chose to go for the Psionic Blast. And he got really punished for it, since I had a counter spell. Still an active library. Tapping 4 mana for a Miskatsuchi. Pretty nice. Okay, so what is he playing? Suchi, Psionic Blast, Factory. Okay. So he is blocking the orc with a Suchi. And in second main, I cast a Chain Lightning on the Suchi. So that's a 1 for 2 for me, but I need to keep up pressure here. If this game drags out, I'm certainly going to lose, since it's drawing 2 cards each turn. More robots. But getting him down to 10 is pretty nice, because if you, for example, have 1 Psionic Blast and 2 bolts, that's 10 damage. There's a Chain Lightning, puts him down to 7. I can now attack with a Serendi Efret. That will put him down to 4. Drawing with that library. Needs to find some answers really quick. So he has a factory to block with, and he has a strip mine, so I think he should attack with a Suchi. You don't want the burn player to get too many draws. Okay, so he takes care of the factory, attacks with the Suchi. Puts me down to 16. There's a City of Brass. Ooh, going down to 6. Ooh, into a Tetravis. So going down to 6 is pretty bad, since I can have 2 bolts. But the Tetravis will stop the Serendi Efret, so I think it was a fine play. And next turn, in his upkeep, he can choose to put out 3 1/1 creatures with flying, and then the Tetravis becomes a 1/1. It was a 4/4 creature before. And there is his 3 tokens. Some beautiful Mesa Pegasus. Draw for turn. Yeah, attacks with a Suchi. Puts me down to 11. Mr. Unknown is at 6. Is there any bolts in my hand? Ooh, an Animate Dead. There's a Suchi in his graveyard. I have 2 cards. And there's a counter spell. And did he forget to take a point of damage from the city? And did he play a land before that? It's so hard to keep up with everything when you're commentating, but there's an end of turn lightning bolt, and I need to top deck something huge. Good top deck, Psionic Blast. So let's talk sideboarding. So what cards did I see? I saw Suchi, and I saw Tetravis, and Tetravis is a dead giveaway. That is robots, and I saw Sonic Blast, Animate Dead. So here's what I sideboarded. Robots is playing with City in Bottle, so I'm cutting 2 Serendi Efrets for 2 Suchis. I put in 2 Red Elemental Blast. They're really good against robots because they're playing with Sonic Blast, and I didn't see Copy Artifact in game 1, but I'm sure there is. So plus all the blue power, so Red Elemental Blast, very good in this match. Also Shatter and 2 Shatter Storm, they are of course great. And I put in the 4th Psionic Blast. That can kill the big robots and give me some extra reach. So what to cut? I cut 2 Chain Lightnings. 3 damage is not good against a deck full of 4/4 creatures. The Blood Moon isn't that great. I'll cut a counter spell and I'll draw 7. And yeah, a lot of sideboarding in this matchup, but Robots is a pretty tough matchup for the Counterburn deck, so yeah, you have to be prepared for that one. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, what a huge top deck at the end of game 1. Better to be lucky than good. Mr. Unknown is on the play. Turn 1, Demonic Tutor, and here's my hand. There's a Bolt, Lotus, Ancestral, and another red card and a couple of lands. So very good start. And I top deck a Brain Geyser. So a lot of card draw. And here's my Ancestral. And I guess my opponent search for his Ancestral as well. There's a Lotus. A lot of good restricted cards here. It's so funny using that beautiful Black Lotus to cast such a crappy creature as an Ironclaw Orc. But that is old school for it. Insane spells and bad creatures. A Mind Twist for 2. Oh, the Brain Geyser and a draw 7. So the draw 7 was my plan, just to empty out my hand. So I played it very aggressive, casting a Bolt on the before. But now they're gone. There's the Ancestral. City of Brass. And a Suchi. You can see there's something white on top of the Suchi. That's because it's a miscut. So there's a part of another magic card on it. And that's a cool thing about collecting magic. Some people go for white border, some people go for black border. And in modern sense there's foils. But this guy, he goes for miscuts. And speaking of a miscut, there you see a Sage of Latnam, which is also miscut. So there was a Time Walk and a Mana Drain happening, and I attack with the Orc. Mr. Unknown is down to 10. So he's sacrificing the Mana Vault with the Sage. 4 mana, is there another? Yes. So many Suchis. Okay. So now I need a lot of burn cards. And I just have to pass the turn. This game is getting out of hand. So he attacks with both of them. So if I take 8 here, I'm down to 4 and I'm dead to a Psionic Blast. So my thought is to block one of them, just to not die to Psionic Blast. But this game 2 is getting pretty desperate. So I'm down to 8. If if I have a Psionic Blast, I need to cast it now. Ooh, and second main, he sacrifices his Suchi with the Sage, gaining 4 mana. So we have if you have another creature to cast, he can use the mana. Yeah, that's a cool trick, because now he has an untapped creature, and he got to a copy artifact on the Triskelion. That's 6 damage right there. Okay, so I need to just burn him out. Can I top deck like I did in game 1? But I need a lot of cards to do that. Is there anything? No. Flying Man, Psionic Blast. Right, so we have a game 3. My opponent is mulligan to 6. And I'm mulliganing to 6. I'm on the play. I'll go. No. Okay, so I cast an Ancestral in my opponent's upkeep, I guess. Oh. Yeah. Library. That is huge. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got 1 draw out of it. So that's a win. Forgot he had a strip mine. There's the Orc. He is back. Ready for new battles. My opponent has a factory, but it can't pump itself. So I don't think he's going to do a block here. So what a great opener for me. Ancestral and Library. And another Orc. And taking care of that Underground Sea with my Strip Mine. And a Fireball for 2. Yeah. So I can sneak in an attack before the factories can block it. Ooh, and he's tapping both of them to play a Fellow Stone. I think I would have liked here to leave 1 open. Ooh, end of turn, Psionic Blast. That's really aggressive. Am I just going for the kill here? Because now we can't block that. 10. There's a Suchi from the sideboard. Tapping all 4 for a Suchi. Okay. So he's at 10. Is he going to block the Suchi or the Orc? Choose to block with trade with the Suchi. So he takes 2 damage, down to 8. Okay. So here I have a Demonic Tutor in my hand. I remember this. And I think I have a couple of bolts. 2 bolts. He's at 8. So I'm thinking about what to find with my Demonic Tutor. A way that I can win right away and not give him another turn. Because I had to use my Badland to tap for black mana. So I'm really thinking here. And I'm thinking about different things. And then as I was zipping through my library, I saw Time Walk. Because then I can attack with the Orc again. And put him down to 6, and then I have my 2 bolts, and I can do the rest. End of turn bolt. 3 and a bolt. GG. So I won 2-1 against Mr. Unknown. And game 1. A great top deck at the end there. Casting an end of turn burn spell and just hope to top deck something. And I did. And that is very, very lucky. But you also have to do as much damage as possible. So that last top deck is lethal. So I think he did a pretty good job attacking with orcs and factories. Game number 2, it got out of hand, and game 3 I had a really good start with some good restricted cards, and that's how you win. So, you should like this video and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you around, okay? Goodbye.